Constant rule. If f of x is equals to c, therefore it will be f prime of x is equals to 0. C would be the constant or the real number. For example, f of x is equals to negative 3 over 4. Therefore, f prime of x would be equals to 0. Constant times a function. Open parenthesis c f of x close parenthesis prime is equals to c f prime of x. For example, y is equals to 68x raised to 6. Then it would be 68 times 6x raised to 5. Therefore, y prime is equals to 408x raised to 5. Product rule. d over dx times f of x and g of x would be equals to f of x g prime of x plus g of x then f prime of x. For example, f of x is equals to 12x plus 9 times 6x squared. It would be equals to 12x plus 9 then 12 times 12x plus 6x squared times 12. Then it would be 144x squared plus 108x plus 72x squared. Therefore, f prime of x is equals to 216x squared plus 108x. Next, we have the quotient rule. Formula would be f of x over g of x prime is equals to f prime of x g of x minus g prime of x f of x over g prime of x. That would be our basic formula. For example, y is equals to 8x squared minus 6x over 9x plus 2. Y would be equals to 9x plus 2 times 16x minus 6 minus 8x squared minus 6x times 9 over 9x plus 2 squared. Then, y would be equals to 144x squared minus 54x plus 32x minus 16 minus 72x squared minus 54x. Then, over na 9x plus squared. And equals to 144x squared minus 22x minus 16 minus 72x squared plus 54x over 9x plus 2 squared. Then it would be equal, or therefore, y prime is equals to 72x squared plus 32x minus 16 over 9x plus 2 squared. Next up is our chain rule. So the basic formula would be d over d of x times f times g of x, and it will be f prime of g of x and times g prime of x. For example of our chain rule, y is equals to 5 plus 10x squared. Then it will become 2 times 5 plus 10x times 10. So you will take the 2 and the 10, you'll multiply them, you'll get 20 times 5 plus 10 of x. Therefore, y prime would become 100 plus 200 of x. Another example would be y is equals to 6 plus 8x cubed. Then 3 times 6 plus 8 of x squared to become squared times 8. Therefore, the y prime would become 24 times 6 plus 8x squared. Next up is our implicit differentiation. differentiation. So here's the given: 4x squared plus 2xy squared plus 4x squared y. So the 4x squared will be the first term, the 2xy would be 2xy squared would be the second term, 4x squared y would be the third term. So anyways, 4x squared is equals to 8x, it would be the first term. 2x times 2y d over dx plus y squared times 2 equals to 4xy d over d of x plus 2y squared. So d over d of x is our 4xy d over d of x is our second term. 4x squared is equals to d over d of x plus y times 8 of x is equals to 4x squared d over d of x plus 8xy. So here's the computation of our implicit differentiation. So first combine all three terms. So the first part we got the three terms. So now we're going to combine. So it will be 8x plus 4xy d over d of x plus 2y squared plus 4x squared d over d of x plus 8xy. Then 4xy d over d of x plus 4x squared d over d of x is equals to negative 2y squared minus 8x minus xy. Then d over d of x times 4xy plus 4x squared, so is equals to negative 2y squared minus 8x minus 8xy. So yeah, in the first part we actually factor them out, then and over it with 4xy plus 4x squared, both sides we divided them, then canceled. Then v over d of x is equals to negative 2y squared minus 8x minus 8xy over 4xy plus 4x squared. Then v over d of x, okay, we're going to factor it out. Negative 2 times y squared plus 4x plus 4xy over 4 times xy plus x squared. Then we cancel it again. Then d over d of x is equals to negative y squared plus 4x plus 4xy over 2xy plus x. Real-life situational problem. The cost in dollars to produce Z keyboard of press the company is given by Z cubed minus 8Z squared plus 100x. Find the rate of change of cost when 20 keyboards are produced. To compute the problem, we have the processing unit. So C of Z is equals to Z cubed minus 8Z squared plus 100Z. C prime of Z is equals to 3Z squared minus 16Z plus 100. C prime would be 20 times 20 is equals to 3 times 20 squared minus 16 times 20 plus 100, and therefore it would be equals to 1200 minus 320 plus 100. C prime times 20 is equals to 980. Therefore, at the point where exactly 20 keyboards are produced, then rate of change of costs is $980. Okay, this is an example of complex function, a four-term polynomial. So y is equals to 16x cubed minus 8x squared plus 3x minus 5. Y prime is equals to 48x squared minus 16x plus 3. Then y prime prime is equals to 96x minus 16. Then y prime 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 is equals to 96. Then y prime to the fourth power is equals to 0.
Thank you.